shoes. Everything she says is truth. If you don't know now, you know. All you ever gotta say is heard that, heard that, heard that, heard that, heard that. Look, all you ever gotta say.
What's up, Heard That Nation? Listening in the United States and around the world, you are listening live right now to the Heard That podcast. I'm Heard That with Marisa Tigney podcast. If you are watching right now, hit that subscribe button, share with others, check out future episodes that are coming up on my podcast, on my show. And today, for all the dreamers, for all those that didn't think that they would ever have a chance to start their own business, this wonderful, wonderful person that I have as my guest today did so, and she did so at a time where people basically have shelved all of their dreams, all their passions, all their goals, and basically put their life to an absolute halt. During 2020, she started this absolute amazing candle company named after her, Taylor Candle Company. Please welcome to the show, businesswoman, Black girl magic, all around just amazing person. And I have one of her amazing candles here because by the time we're done today, you're gonna want to purchase a candle on her website. Taylor DeBerry, welcome to the podcast.
That was like the best intro ever.
You're welcome. Listen, those that are watching right now and those that know me know that I love me a really good candle. And I'm going to have somebody on a future program that also does candles and everything else. And I thought in the back of my mind, candles were candles and they all smell good and everything else. But I didn't realize that different types of candles can let off so many different kinds of toxic fumes. And your candles, Taylor, oh my goodness. We had a contest of a giveaway and not many people entered. And the person that did end up winning, she's very excited to receive this candle. So congratulations to her. But I want people to know how in the world during 2020, when, like I said, everybody just put all of their dreams, they put all of their ambitions, they put all their goals, at a standstill, you found the ambition to start your own business in 2020. I love this. My niece, Kiara is the one that inspired me to connect with Taylor to get this amazing candle that I keep holding up on the screen, those that are watching on YouTube, because it's just absolutely amazing. And we'll get into that later. But tell everybody that's listening, tell everybody that's watching about your business, how you started it, and how it has evolved and continues to evolve now into 2021.
Yeah, most definitely. So I want everybody to understand when it comes to being a business owner, I never even thought that, that was something that I could obtain or something that I would be able to do. I always looked at, being an entrepreneur as like, why would somebody take all this time to invest in something and then not be sure if they're actually going to make a profit or create revenue or, how is that marketing going to go for them? Like that was never a thought for me. So I'm like, no, I can never do that. But just randomly at the beginning of 2020, before the pandemic had even started, my boyfriend, he owns a couple of businesses himself. And it really put things into perspective for me because I really wanted to start to try to create generational wealth. Mm-hmm. So just thinking about that and then also, wanting to have extra side income because, who doesn't want to generate more money?
Obviously.
Absolutely. So I think I took a nap because I was straining my brain all day. And I'm like, what can I do? What can something, that people are going to actually like, something that they're going to enjoy, but also what is something that I'm going to enjoy, making for someone, making a product and that I can really be hands-on specifically with whatever I'm doing. Mm-hmm. And I took that nap and then I woke up and it was the major candle company because I had it in my room and I was looking, I was like, okay, God, I hear you. I see you.
Right.
So after that, I literally just went to Google. I just did a whole bunch of Google searches about, a specific wax that I was wanting to use, the wicks that I needed to use, the jars. I just did complete, research on everything. And I think I went to Michael's and just did the basic starter kit and just started playing around with candles. Mm-hmm. And then I actually found out my formula and what worked for me. And I'm like, oh, we're going to do this. But obviously, during that time, it was around the end of January, February when I was testing. And then boom, COVID hit in March.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to be launching on April 1st. And so my mom was like, are you actually going to start your candle company? Is this something that you really want to do? She was like, you're launching on April 1st. Is this a joke? I'm like, no, Mom, I'm serious. This is something that I actually want to do. So yeah, I ended up launching on April 1st of 2020. And surprisingly, I had an amazing launch. I sold out of everything, even though it was low quantity. I think I had maybe about like 50 or 60 candles that I sold. I literally sold out off of just me just pubbing and, generating like an email list and a newsletter and just telling my friends and family to, you ain't even got to buy nothing. Just go ahead and just repost and share, because that, that reaches more customers that I need eventually, because essentially you want to reach strangers, because, you only know so many people. So the people who are going to buy from you and support you are the strangers. So with that, I sold out from that launch. And then I think I had another restock like 2 or 3 weeks later, then sold out again. And then, after that, I sold out again. So like, as I kept, up in my inventory, and people were starting to know about my brand and, it's exactly, how my candles look from down like the marketing and just how I was like presenting myself. I just kept selling out. And a lot of people are asking me like, how do you get, in front of celebrity clients and such? And so I was utilizing like Twitter at the time. So Twitter was like my saving grace. And I don't even know why I was so like strong and head on Twitter at the time. I just knew that like it can connect me to so many people who have, a wide range of, I'm looking for, a candle company or a Black owned candle company or whatever it is. And I just kept putting myself out there, pitching to people on Twitter. And like, that's what I was doing, like pitching to them on Twitter, going to the search bar, typing in, someone who's looking for a Black owned candle company or Black owned business or whatever it is. And just so happened, Karuchi was looking for a Black owned candle brand. And me.
Oh, Karuchi Tran, really?
Yeah, Karuchi Tran. So she was looking for a Black owned candle company. I did my pitch. I told her what I think, what scent that she may like. I put in some amazing looking pictures, and then I added my my website address. And like 2 seconds later, she like tweeted me back and was like, ordered. And I'm like, oh. I think I just.
Oh my gosh, how did you feel when was she your first celebrity order that ordered from you?
So actually, she was my second. So the first one that ordered from me was India Royale, and she is Little Dirk's girlfriend.
Yeah.
So she ordered from me because she was actually looking for a Black owned candle company too. So how ironic. So I sent hers off, and then Karuchi was looking for one too. And the funny thing with Karuchi is that I was actually like out of stock. I had nothing in stock. But when she asked for it, my boyfriend was just like, you need to put something on the website. This is your once in a, opportunity. You need to, if you want her to buy something, because she ain't gonna wait. She ain't gonna wait for no restock. And I'm like, you're right. So he pressuring me, and I'm trying to upload some on the site, but also, I'm letting customers know that like I really don't have nothing in stock at the time, but she was wanting something, so I'll make it fresh. And so I literally put out maybe like two candles or like 2 or 3 candles on the site at the time. And I told her which ones I think she would recommend. Of course, she bought those. And then during the time when I like uploaded those, somebody else had bought on the website too, because I didn't have anything. So, I'm going to go and I'm going to make those candles for Karuchi. So I got her candles, shipped them off to her. And then like not even knowing, because it was around this same time last year with the virtual BET Awards and such. And I think she was doing like either the pre-party or the post-show or something like that. And she was just talking about all the things in her home that was, Black owned. And she had like a florist that was in LA, and she had the flowers there. And she talked about my brand. She's like, yeah, I got my Taylor Candle & Co. candle. And I'm like, are you kidding? Like, she's literally just chilling in her little
oh my goodness
candle going while she's like doing the post-show. And I'm like, it's pinch me. And then she just like, she goes on and she's talking about her friend Erin. Her friend Erin had DM'd me. She's like, hey, did you see this article? And I'm like, no, like, is this like Christmas? Like, y'all keep giving me all this love. And so it was actually like a Vogue article where she was just explaining, the top 3 things that are keeping Karuchi sane during quarantine. And she has like her playlist, and then she's talking about a book, and then she mentions my candles again. And that's when I had like the biggest restock ever, because people went to my site and were just like, oh, we need this candle, we need this candle, we need this candle. And then that was the August restock. And I think I had like maybe 20 bags of like USPS big duffel bags of candles to get out. So it's been a journey.
Oh my goodness. So basically, from what I understand, you are the candle maker, you do the shipping, it was kind of a funny video that you posted up. And I think it was from your TikTok that you did. You was like, meet the CEO, meet the employee of the month, meet the candle maker, meet the,
It is
the
literally me.
literally you wear every single hat of your company to
Yep.
make sure that your clients, your new clients, your regular clients, Karuchi Tran, any other anybody that knows your brand, you basically do it all.
Yeah.
And I just think that it's so amazing how many hats you wear, but at the same token too, you deliver such an amazing product. I want to ask you, Taylor, what inspired you to start? Because you had mentioned that you got in a candle making kit and everything else like that there. Was it a trip to a candle store? Was it, some particular scent that somebody may have given you that sparked something in your head like, well, what if I came up with my own brand?
Mhm. So yeah, it really just stemmed from me really wanting to, I just love all things that smell good, right? I love incense, I love candles, I love wax melts, I love perfumes, like I'm a hoarder of perfumes. I just love all things that smell good and have a really good. And I think for me, I'm at this part in my regular 9 to 5 career where I've always wanted this job that I could be, the leader of everything. So I really wanted to do, hone in like the marketing aspect. I really wanted to be able to express myself not only through the scents that I'm making, but through essentially what it looks like, for the makeup of the candle. Like I designed the label myself. I specifically picked out, how I wanted the jar to look, how I wanted the aesthetic of my Instagram to be. It just really honed in for me being able to really express myself and really give out a product that, that really represented me. And not only I love candles. So I'm like, this is the perfect thing because everybody's gonna need a candle for something, somebody passes away, they need a candle, somebody's birthday, give them a candle just because candle, holidays, candle. And I'm like, I really wanted my candles to just be, be a light in someone's home, bless them so that they can feel all the love and the effort and the time that I took to, make this candle so that it can be in their home. So it's a lot more deeper because what I have been through within this past year as well, because a lot of people didn't know this, but as soon as I started up, my candle business, my mom was diagnosed with cancer. And I say that this is the greatest distraction that God has given me was starting this candle business because I wouldn't have been able to get through this because I had like the best distraction of, all right, I'm going to go home, this month or whatever to, checking on my mom. Mom's going to have her surgery, blah, blah, at the end of the month. But I also have to make sure that my inventory is stocked. I have to make sure I have a certain amount of candles or scents that I'm doing. Make sure that I'm pouring them. So it was kind of like my saving grace during the most critical time of my life. And that's why it's such a deeper meaning to me. And I've learned so much too, because, during the beginning of it all, everything was so fast for me. And that doesn't happen to a lot of business owners. So, and then this, new year, things have kind of slowed up. So God is just showing me patience and showing me, okay, I needed you to be where you were going to be during that specific time, but I'm also needing you to step back and take a look at where I brought you and how that you can, continue to go over these hurdles and, fix these obstacles.
Yeah.
The thing that I'm going with right now too is like, how can I just gain more of an audience and engaging, because that's what I'm struggling right now. But I know it's a marathon, everybody doesn't start off the way I did. Some people start off slow and then it gets fast or however it is. But I'm just blessed. I'm blessed to know that things are still consistent.
And how is your mother now?
Oh, she is amazing. She's cancer free. She had her last chemo session, I believe it was like the end of January. And she got January 27th. And then that's when I got to move into my new apartment on January 27th. So she was there in Michigan and I was here in Arizona. So we were on FaceTime and I'm just showing her my new place and she's ringing the bell. So
that's so great.
Yeah.
That's so great. I love that you had said that she's also your inspiration behind everything that you do of this amazing company that you have. And we'll talk about your company more so in a moment. But how of everybody that has came into your life, and especially your mom, I mean, my mother, forever inspiration, but how has your mom been an integral part of not just being your mom, but also being your inspiration in this Black-owned business that you have launched off in a very difficult year with her diagnosis, and now she's in remission, and you going through the ups and downs of being a business owner, and you doing all the work on your own, and the many hats that you wear. What has her inspiration to you meant for you personally, and also for your business?
Yeah, most definitely. Just seeing what all she has overcome within this past year and how she has handled it, has really put things into perspective for me. It's
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, there's a week where I have one sale, or if there's a week where I'll have 5 sales, or I'll have like 50 sales. And I always try to like go back to my why, think about why I started this business, who it's going to benefit, how is it going to benefit them, and just basically why I'm doing this.
Yeah.
And her inspiration for me is just like, she did all of this, easily. And it, like I said, it wasn't hard.
Mm-hmm.
It was hard for her to go through all of this, but I kind of just use that as motivation, right? I'm like, if she can get through that, I can get through this, like,
Right.
literally, he's changed her life drastically. He's changed my life drastically. And I'm just like, if we can get through that together, then there's nothing that we can't, get through together.
Absolutely. And I want to show everybody, and those that are listening, you're going to have to check out her website, and I'll have her drop the details on there. But the simplicity of this beautiful candle, I just love the sleekness of it. It's not busy. It is absolutely this scent right here. And I'm going to check out some more scents, because it is amazing how this candle, the smell of it lights up pretty much almost my entire house. And what I want to ask you is, people always, when they come up with a product, they always have names of their individual products, especially you have different names for yours. What was the inspiration, and how did you come up with this? Like, this in my hand right here is agape, which child, honey, it's agape through my house. Because this is one of my favorites. Shout out to Kiera, because she has it all in her house. And this is a candle I told Taylor when we first met each other through phone, that this was a candle that was in my niece's house, and I couldn't count the times after the 40th time where I kept picking it up while talking to my niece and smelling it. That is how amazing scented these candles are that Taylor has created. So the inspiration of these candles, the scents, the names, how did you come up with all that?
A lot of people ask me that, and it's so crazy. I don't know. I think it's just me blending specific scents and just taking them and just, sniffing them. And I just get whatever feeling I get from them. And then just things just pop up in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
I know specifically with the another candle that I have, that one scented, I named that one Black Sand Beach.
Mm.
So I've been to Hawaii numerous times, and I've been to the Black Sand Beach out there. And I don't know, that one just gave me Black Sand Beach vibes. It's very like it's not really too smoky, but it's definitely like a masculine scent. And that's just exactly like how I would feel if I was lighting this candle on the beach, or
Mm-hmm.
if I was in Hawaii at the time. It's just really I guess it's just from my own imagination. And some people are really interested in the fact that when I do name a specific, candle, a certain scent, like that's exactly the feeling that they get out of it. They're like, how'd you even come up with this? Like,
Right.
that's exactly what it smells like.
So of your collection, now that summer is here, what is some of the candles that you created that you recommend to people to get for summertime vibes?
Yeah, most definitely. I recommend Pineapple Mojito,
Ooh.
Colada. I just had a restock last Friday, and I don't have any Pineapple Mojito in stock. So yeah.
I can understand why, because I mean, that sounds absolutely amazing. And I know the smell is incredible.
Yes.
But Pineapple Mojito, people on the beach, kicking it, watching the waves,
Yes.
umbrella with something cool and delicious in their hand. They can have that kind of vibe in their house.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is like, with small business owners and candle makers, like, we're always ramping up for the next season.
Mhm.
So although I have the summer scents right now for June, July, mid-August, I'm gonna start pushing out the fall ones. So
Right.
I'm always doing something. I'm never stopping. And I'm like, my mom is like, how are you doing these things? I'm like, honestly, I don't know. I just have my my Google Docs and my notepad and my mental notes in my head, and I'm
Mhm.
just because yeah, it doesn't stop. Life does not. Everybody's always wanting candles. And they're always in season. So, you just got to keep up.
Always. I think that's so good. And I want to ask you that right there too, because it does not stop, especially if you're a small business owner. That is your business, you got to take care of that. So what is it in your daily routine? And take us through a day of what you do when you get up and go through the day-to-day operations of your business. What is it in the life of Taylor DeBerry of Taylor Candle Company that you do from the time that you get up to possibly, I'm sure that you go to bed late at night because you got so much that you're planning and everything else. So what is it in a day of life of you when it comes to your business?
Yeah, so a typical day in the life of, Taylor Candle and Co. is literally just waking up and going straight to my Keurig because I cannot survive without
Shout out to
coffee.
Keurig. Shout out. I got 2 of them.
If you're listening, like, you know what I'm saying? If you want to send me over some K-Pods.
Girl, I'm stocked. Here's the thing. I have a Keurig, that's a big one, and then I have an individual Keurig.
Yes. See you at what is it? The single coffee one?
Yes.
Yep.
Girl, yes.
Yeah. So definitely Keurig because I cannot start my day without any coffee. And then I would say, because, I still work a regular 9 to 5. So then I have 2 laptops. So I have my personal and then I have my work one. So I'll sign in to my work one. Just check if I have any emails or any, things on my to-do list for the day. If I have like a free hour or two, I'll just go and, do some inventory check to see if I have some pending orders or whatever in my Shopify account. If not, then, I'll dibble and dabble back and forth between, business stuff and, regular work stuff. But then sometimes it's really hard too, because I could have a day full of, my 9 to 5 work where I have like full of meetings that I'm in all day.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes that is kind of hard and I'm still learning to adjust with that. But it has helped because I've been working from home over a year now. So that has definitely helped. So say like if I have a full day and then, I'm done at 3. So then after 3, I make sure that I, hurry up, get my energy drink and then go to the gym because I feel like self-care is so essential.
Yes.
And burned myself out trying to do too much at once. And it came to the point where it was like around the holiday season where I didn't even want to look at any orders. I didn't want to pack nothing. I didn't want to make no candle. I didn't do nothing. And I'm like, I shouldn't feel like this. And I need to start putting myself first. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to start working out more. I'm going to do the things that I truly enjoy and truly love as well, because I don't want to make it seem like, making candles are such a hassle. And I'm like, this is not why
right.
I don't want it to be like that. So I make sure I go and I work out. And then once I get back, I freshen up and then I just get started, working on content that I want to post on my Instagram or making reels or TikToks. I'm really into reels right now. Actually, like one of my reels that I worked on maybe like 2 weeks ago, it just randomly started going viral. So I have like, I don't know, like 170,000 views on me just like using my piston funnel and like putting the wax into the jars. I don't know. So many people are like
they find that therapeutic.
Yes.
Isn't that just interesting? They find that therapeutic. And then I look on TikTok and I look on Reels and people find those kind of things therapeutic, whether it's somebody like cutting soap. Have you seen some of those videos where somebody's just like constantly cutting soap into small cubes and you see like 22,000 people talking about it?
Yeah, I'm like, that's literally what's happening to me. And like every time I like look at my phone, it's like, this person and like 12 others like this reel and it's the same reel and it has like 4,000 likes. I'm like, oh, okay, all right, sure.
I was just like, okay, it's strange, but whatever,
it's working. It's
working to calm somebody's nerves or make them their stress level go down.
And a lot of too, it's like candle makers and they're like, where'd you get that from? Like, I've never heard of that. Like, this is interesting. And they ask me and they wonder about it because a lot of candle makers don't know about like the piston, piston funnel, where it's literally like this little funnel. It's mainly used for like baking.
Mm-hmm. And I've seen your video. Yeah.
So people are like, where did you get that from? I'm like, Amazon. You better hit up Amazon. Work smarter, not harder.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And, whatever it is throughout your day that, and I think I want to go back to something that you said for a lot of people that are wanting to pursue their passion and pursue something that they've had on the back burner. maybe because of the pandemic year, or maybe because more than that. Taylor mentioned she still works at a 9 to 5. And just because she works at a 9 to 5 does not mean she has put aside her passion of candle making, which has been successful. She still has that 9 to 5. And then evidently, which I know it will, her candle making, her candle business is gonna just go skyrocketing, because I mean, again, I keep holding this up in front of the camera so that everybody can see. You need to order this candle more so because it is phenomenal. But people, they need to get out of their heads that, you know, I'm going to start this business. I'm going to put all my time into it, my energy and everything else, and thinking immediately, and it's a rarity. I haven't heard of many businesses doing so where they profit just like that, you know, and they keep, you know, being in the black. And then, you know, their demand is so high and everything else, as you mentioned, that it can cause burnout. Yeah. It can cause some, you know, people to just, you know, scrap it, all that they dreamed of, that they put their blood, sweat, and tears of, that they did a vision board, that they wrote down their vision, all of that they'll suffer burnout. So I think that people need to hear what you're saying. As far as, yes, I'm doing this wonderful, amazing passion of mine of making candles, and, you know, the celebrity clients that I've had and everything else, but I got a 9 to 5 too.
Yeah, honestly, you know, like the goal eventually is to, you know, quit the 9 to 5 and be full time. I would love to do that.
Exactly.
But I'm not in a race to do anything, you know, more than what God wants me to do. I'm okay with being where I'm at right now, because I know also the things that I have right now, I've also wanted them at one point and I got them. So, you know, I'm going to get to where I want to be eventually. Like, you know, Nipsey Hussle said, it's a marathon, you know, and it's going to continue when, you know, and whenever, you know, God says it's like, okay, you know, we're going to turn it up a notch, or, you know, you're going to have your storefront, or you're going to have your warehouse. Like, I'm literally just running on God's time. And whenever he says it's ready for me to do so, that's when I'll do so.
Let me ask you a 2-part question. Of all the scents you created that's on your website, what is it that is your favorite? And then what is the top 3 top sellers that is pretty much everyone's favorite? This better have made the list. But what is the one that, you know, that is your sense, that is the reason why you created it, because you fell in love with it? What's your go-to scent? What is your top 3?
My go-to scent, I love all things like smoky and masculine and like sandalwood and vetiver. Like, that's my thing. So I would definitely say Noir. Noir is my top pick. Another one, Good Days.
What's in that one?
Good Days. It's so many scents that I have. I believe that one has a little bit of it has like a more of like a smoky or like spicy type of scent, or like a spicy sandalwood. I really love that one. And then definitely Agape.
Yeah, you made the list.
Yeah, and my top sellers are definitely vanilla chai. People love vanilla chai. I blend.
Oh, I gotta try that one.
Yeah, so that one is part hazelnuts, and then part coffee as well. So people love.
So are you coffee drinkers?
Exactly, right? So they love that one. Also a new one that I just added not too long ago is limoncello. That one's like a lemon pound cake, but it's not too strong, but it has the just the right amount of like lemon and like sugar balance, and I love that one. It's especially like if you get done, you know, cleaning up your home, you want to light a good smelling candle, I would definitely recommend limoncello.
I'm writing that down. Because I love a lemon scent. I love that kind of scent that's in my kitchen. Something about just a subtle, not overpowering, but a subtle, nice lemon, fresh scent to me is.
And I have that one going at the pop-up shop that I did in Michigan about 2 months ago.
How did I miss that?
Everybody loved that one.
Gosh, how did I miss the good thing? She had a pop-up shop. We need to coordinate our time where you're like flying into Michigan. And somehow I just find out that you're flying into Michigan and I just happen to be there. And
I know. And, you know, I was just in Texas not too long ago. And my cousin had this friend. She's like, oh, if we fly you out, can you do a pop-up shop here? And I'm like,
Say less. Yeah.
Oh, I'm there. I will drive. Take all my candles with me.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, Taylor, because you got people that are listening to you and listening to your story, and hopefully people, got inspired to do something amazing and creative for their own, especially those that are wanting to take that next step into to open their own business. What is some advice that you would give to somebody that wants to do that, whether it be a person that is pursuing candle making or something else that they want to do, a small business owner they want to pursue, and some advice for a Black small business owner, because you being a Black owner, a Black woman that's an owner of this amazing candle company that I know, and I keep saying it and I mean it, it's going to flourish. It's going to continue to flourish because you have such a great product. What is some advice that you can give to somebody that's listening or watching this right now?
Just go for it. You never know until you try. And even if you do try and you turn out not to like it and that's not your thing, okay, boom, at least you know. There's a lot of things that, when I was younger that I wish I would have did or, at least tried. And then I look back on it like, dang, like I missed that opportunity. So you never know. Just give it a try, see what works for you. And definitely to, future candle makers or those who are wanting to become a candle maker, I would definitely say you are going to be investing a lot of your own money up front. So if that is something that you aren't willing to do or you don't have the funds to do so, but it's obviously something that you want to do, I would say that you should, start saving up so that, that can be eventually something that you can start investing in. And then you can start playing around with how you want to market yourself and go about your candle brand. It is definitely investment because a lot of people ask me that all the time. They're like, oh, did you like have any money to start up with? Like, how's it? I'm like, no, I did this all on my own, literally. I, getting paid every 2 weeks, I would just be like, okay, like this $100 is going to go to candle making. And then the next 2 weeks, $100 is going to go to there. And then early on, my mom already knew. See, mom just be knowing. They
do.
And she's like, she put like $70 MSU FCU. And then she's like, into your candle investment. I'm like, mom, see, you smart because you're trying to do it all early. So, but yeah, definitely see if you can get people who can like, grow seasoned to you because you never know, because and during this time and this climate, everybody is so enwrapped in having a small Black owned business and doing things to better themselves and their futures and to create additional income. So if that's something that you really are serious about but you don't have the funds to, look into grants or however it is, or just start saving your own money, because it is definitely going to be an investment up front. And it's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be easy. Some days are gonna be slow, some days are gonna be fast. Some months are going to be slow. You just got to continue on and keep in the back of your mind your why. Like, why did you start this anyway?
Right. What is some great advice that you've gotten from somebody when you started your food, or you first started pursuing this passion of yours? What is some advice, whether either before you started or during the time that, you were already, you had your business already in full bloom? What is the best advice that somebody gave you?
What's funny is that nobody has ever really given me any advice.
Really?
Yeah, that's the crazy thing.
You just went for it.
Yeah, I just went for it because I don't know. I'm the type of person where sometimes if I ask people and they're not really too educated on what I'm trying to do or what I'm trying to pursue, they might give me the wrong perspective. And that's not what I want to hear at the time. I don't need that. I don't need that negative energy if I already have my mind set to something I want.
Yeah.
So, and, not a lot of people, actually no one in my family owns a small business or, somebody that I can really say that I know of, owns a small business. So I was just literally just, asking God for direction, asking advice from him and, just trying to lead myself. And, not everything's going to be perfect. Like I'm going to figure out some things. I'm like, okay, I failed at that. Okay, we'll keep going. We'll try a different route.
Right.
So literally God was the one who was giving me the advice and, the steps to take and the things to follow. But I do remember when I had first started out, I think I was just like trying to get grow my newsletter list on my website just to get, people involved when I did my first launch. I think it was this one lady. It wasn't really any advice, but she just literally just DM'd me and she's like, I don't know how long you've been in business or what you're about to do, but girl, I see you and it already looks amazing. You're going to do amazing things. And I didn't even know this lady. I think she like wrote on Facebook, and I was like, oh, thank you. She's like, your labels look amazing. And at the time, to me, they were trash. That's why I had to do the rebrand. And so she's like, your labels look amazing. The scents look amazing. Your pictures. She was like, you're going to do amazing. And then I didn't even know this lady. I'm like, thank you, you know. But when it comes to advice, I never really got any advice from anybody. No.
You just bet on yourself.
Yep.
And that's the best thing. Like people are like, well, I just, you know, what should I do and everything else? If you are 100% confident and 100% sure that this is the avenue that you want to do, bet on yourself.
Yes.
And like you said, just go for it.
Yeah.
Just go for it. And then if you fall,
so what? Just
readjust, reevaluate, and
figure out what you did wrong and how the next step won't be like that, you know, or even if, you know, candle making isn't for you. Okay. Try something else or try a different wax. You know, it might be the specific wax that's giving you a headache. So,
right. Your wonderful, amazing company. Where do you see it within 2 years?
Oh, 2 years.
See, I want to say 5 because, you know, it's like, wait a minute, but I'm like, let me make the time shorter because 2 years, I believe wholeheartedly, like I said, and I keep saying it over and over again. This right here. Y'all better, your whole house, you like some great, light, wonderful, amazing scents.
Agave is your girl. I think 2 years, I want to see myself partnering with more brands, more celebrity clientele. Also, I don't really know if I want a storefront, but I definitely would love a warehouse within the next 2 years. And I would love to be on the shelves of Nordstrom in the home section specifically. So that's where I see
anybody in Nordstrom that's going to be listening to this episode, get with this girl. Get with this girl. She's going to do amazing things that you will not regret having her candles on your shelves in your amazing store. Taylor, how can people stay connected with you?
So I'm on Facebook, Taylor Candle & Co. I'm also on Instagram, Taylor Candle & Co. And I just made a YouTube about maybe like a month ago. That one's Taylor.
Okay.
I need to be more consistent. You know, I'm actually going to make a video today. I need to narrow down what topics I'm going to talk about. But yeah, so it's literally the same on every platform, Taylor Candle & Co.
Taylor Candle & Co. Taylor DeBerry.
Marisa,
within 2 years, y'all, she's going to be on shelves in Nordstrom.
Let's claim it. I touch and agree on that.
It's already when 2 or more agree.
Yes.
It's already going to be done. It's already done. It's already happening in the atmosphere already.
I feel it.
You are a wonderful, wonderful world of talent. I love your candles. I will be ordering more because just because, I mean, you already sold me on that lemon one. Like that's already a done deal.
Thank you so much for having me on here. When you reached out, I felt immensely blessed because I love telling my story. I love inspiring others to know that they do the same exact thing that I'm doing, starting from nothing. It is possible. So thank you so much for this opportunity.
Absolutely. And those that are wanting to start a business and now, you know, listening to this, I hope that 3 words that she said, go for it.
Go for it. That's all you can do.
That's all you can do. Thank you, Taylor, for coming on today.
I really appreciate it.
And thank you all those that were listening and watching. And as I always end the show, take care, stay safe. We out.